Hello, everybody.
Stars shining bright above me.
Today, I want to talk to you guys about how I got my on-campus job. I work at the tutoring services on campus where I teach business subjects like accounting, economics, and then Excel and whatnot. And this is basically how I got it. But first, let's take a sneak peek into what happens at my job. It all starts when I have to walk in the cold to get to work. अभी मैं जॉब के लिए जा रही हूँ और इतनी ज़्यादा ठंड हो रही है. मारो यार मुझे कोई आके. यार क्या क्या पहन रखा है मैंने. कान टोपी एंड ऑल. जैकेट पहना हुआ है. सॉक्स और चप्पल कौन पहनता है यार. अभी जाते जाते कूड़ादान करेंगे. वेरी नाइस. अभी 4:30 हो रहा है. आज मैं 3 घंटा काम करने वाली हूँ. 4:30 से 7:30 तक. और बस एक ही अपॉइंटमेंट है मेरी 5:30 बजे. तो बस उतना ही काम है और बाकी का टाइम पास करेंगे. और क्या, ऐसे ही होता है यार. मतलब कोई आएगा तो उनको सिखाएंगे और मुझे एक्चुअली मज़ा आता है सिखाने को. तो काम भी नहीं लगता. अभी भी मुझे बहुत ऑकवर्ड लगता है ऐसे बात करने के लिए और इसीलिए मैं तुम लोगों को कभी ऑकवर्ड दिखती हूँ. हाउ डू यू लाइक दिस हेडबैंड. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. कुछ नहीं तो ठंड से तो बचाता है एटलीस्ट. चलो अभी टाइम हो रहा है. मैं जल्दी जाती हूँ और काम पे मिलती हूँ तुम लोगों को. How was the session?
So I came here with some homework that I didn't understand. Now we managed to figure it out and I think I now know more than I did before.
And Gargi?
She's very nice and really helpful.
That's right. When we don't have appointments, this is what we do, guys. This is what we do. One day, casually, my friend just told me, Gargi, today at work, you know what happened? Wait a minute. You work? Where do you work? At the tutoring services on campus. Anyways, you know what happened? Yeah. And then the next day, hi professor, I would actually like to tutor for this class. Would you be up to recommend me? Yeah, I'll fill up a recommendation form for you right now. Thank you so much. The same day, hi boss, I would really like to work here. I think you got a recommendation letter from one of my professors. Do you think it's a good idea for me to apply? Yeah, of course. This is the website where you apply and everything. Do it for sure. Okay, thank you so much. That's how I got my job. Okay, but in all seriousness, the main things for getting an on-campus job, especially something related to your studies, like, teaching assistant or tutors, it's like one of the most highly paid jobs on campus. The most important thing is that you make a good relationship with your professor so that they would want to recommend you. One of the ways you can also do that is sometimes you have classes where you just work on sums. After the professor teaches you, the next class of the week is just like solving sums. So just get done with your sums already and then help other students with those sums. Then they know that, you like teaching or something of that sort, if that makes sense. And then another good tip, according to me, is just meeting the actual boss of where you want to work. So they know your face, they know your name, and they know that you're like interested in it. It's a better chance to get hired when somebody knows you rather than just like a bland application. You see it and it's just like an application from someone you don't know. That's basically what I did. So like I maintained really good relationships with my professors. I asked them for recommendations. They didn't hesitate to give me recommendations because they knew me. They knew that I'll be a good tutor, whatever. And then after I asked for recommendations, I went to the actual boss. She'd already received my recommendation letters. She was like, yeah, of course. And then she gave me an interview and everything. And that's how it worked out. So the whole entire process of applying for the job was something like this. I created my resume and cover letter. I submitted my application. I then went to the office of the tutoring services and told them that I have applied. That's one of the tips as well. Tell them that you've applied. And then after that, they scheduled an interview for me. I went in, whatever answers they asked me. Then after they had accepted me, like 2-3 days later, they sent me an email, you've been accepted for the job. They sent me an offer letter. With that offer letter, what you need to get done is you need your social security number so that they can charge you for taxes. I had to get that done. So I went to the, social security number. That can't be done without your offer letter. So that's how I did it. And then I got my social security number. Then I had to go through the background check, very standard for every single job. That was basically my process for this job application. The pay for tutoring, well, in every single state it's different, and every city as well, it's different. But in San Antonio, I get $12 an hour. I used to get 10, but we got a raise, so which is nice. But yeah, $12 an hour. It's not too bad, but it does the job. What I do during my sessions is basically when I get appointments, I teach the tutees. It depends on what they have. So it's obviously customized for every single person that walks in. The appointments can be in person or online. Online is so funny because sometimes it's really difficult to teach them online. So I have to stand there and take a blackboard and make the camera face towards the blackboard and teach them like a teacher. It's so funny. And I have to make reports for every single student that walks in. So what that means is basically I have to write 3 to 5 sentences of how the session went. So the tutor came in, we talked about this assignment, or we reviewed this exam, they had problems with this, so we went over that and solved some problems related to that, and basically just writing reports and who the professor is, what class it was, blah blah blah. And that report I have to do for every single appointment, which takes about 5 minutes. So that's something that we have to do basically. And then we also learn how to book appointments for other people. So we have this option where we can book appointments for every single student in the university, and we can book them for any class that they're taking. So that's what we also learn, and it's kind of fun. It gives you kind of an authority feeling. And the funniest part is when we don't have any appointments, I usually just do my homework if I'm behind on my studies or something. I to just do my homeworks most of the times, or once I was really bored, so I drew this huge rows on this whiteboard, and then the other tutors just came in and made a big fuss. It was so funny. It's still in the tutoring services, nobody's rubbing it off because it's so funny. So yeah, we just do your homework, we just do time pass, we chill out with other tutors there, and we sometimes also go talk to our bosses about random stuff, how our life is going and ask them for tips because they're so nice, man. It's so nice. Okay, so tips for getting an on-campus job. This is according to me. Obviously, there are different other tips. Target one specific job. What would you really like to do? And then once you know that, then you can go meet with the bosses of that job. Go tell them that you're interested, ask them what they're looking for, and then build your resume according to what they're saying. Basically, just know what you want so that you can kind of have a path to go on. And then once you apply for that job, make sure you go and tell them that you've applied. So meet them first, tell them that you're interested, ask them what they're looking for, and then after you've applied, you go meet them again and tell them, listen, I've applied, please look at it and let me know, and blah blah blah, basically. So yeah, those are basically the tips I have. Just make sure that you know what you want to do and just work towards it, if that makes sense. That's all I have for today's video. If you guys liked it, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys so much for watching. You're the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye then.
Good morning.